What's up, guys? Feeding you information here. If you're a new viewer, I am an informative channel with a personality. So I just wanted to go ahead and give an update on Kraft Foods. They have an annualized payout of $250, right? So that's how much they're going to pay for actually the whole year. That's why it says annualized. So that's for the year payout per share. So per share that you get for that whole year, you'll get $2.50. That's how you should look at it. So if you want $10 for that whole year, then you need to have 4 shares. Now, it has a payout ratio of 64%, meaning 2/3 of the time, basically, they're going to pay you, which is more than 2 of the 4 quarters. It could potentially be 3, or it could maybe not be, and then they only paid out 2 quarters. Now, in times like this, where it is without a doubt not a complete profitable company at the moment, right now they're kind of just steadily in a kind of like an average line. Like, they can't really get profit at the moment, but they're not necessarily declining. They need to figure this out because they're losing profit, and it's just pretty much going down the drain. And if you're not profiting, there is no growth. There is no where, like, you have to keep growing, or else a company will grow bigger, afford to be able to do things that you can't, and then now you've been beat out. Now you've been outcost. You could say it like that. And their debt will end up beating them out, absolutely, if they can't make money each year. Now, the average investor would say do not invest, and Jim Cramer says do not invest. I, as soon as I can, will be buying 1 share, and I will be sitting on it. Why am I going to do this? So, the last week, down 3%. The last month, down almost 15%. For the last 3 months, down lesser than that by 1%, 14. But for the year, we're still down 24%. So when I say, like, as soon as I can, I'm waiting on $100 to go into my account, so then I'll be able to afford this. Right now, I only have like $5 in it as a cash. After that, I actually will be building up my cash portfolio and not investing in anything, because I do believe another crash will come soon. It seems like a big bubble that just keeps possibly going up and then down and then up and then down at the moment. I could be wrong, but I'm still only a third year into my investing. So with that being said, I'm saying buy this. If you trust me on it, go ahead, buy 1 share, let it sit for 5 years. That's right, 5 years, let this sit and see what happens. Because I already made a video on this. This is my very first video, and I said why you should invest. So I already convinced you that you should buy, or I didn't. Nothing that could happen should change your mind at this point. But if you don't want to watch that video, then I'll go ahead, because you knew I was going to do this anyway, and say that in 5 years, I do think that they'll have a lot more organic products, and that they will be one of the top companies still, because they already said what they were planning to do. I apologize, my video ended because the screen blacked out. I already said that they established that they were going to make certain categories of food in certain places or completely organic, and it's clearly a market target. Here, it's going to be deli meats, and by here, I mean the United States of America. In Canada, it's going to be baby food, and in Indonesia, it's going to be soy sauces. So I think those are all key market targets, and they're making this happen as of right now. Like, they're pushing it right now. On top of that, I can confirm there is organic Capri Suns. There is a lot more brands that they have. You can go ahead and click now back to on my channel and then watch my first video, and you will be able to see what brands and hear what brands I am talking about. But with that being said, Kraft Foods is an absolute buy right now. I would buy it. If you look at its numbers, 7.6 PE ratio, very small. Dividend yield of 3%. We already talked about this. They pay 2/3 of the time, so that could potentially be 3 out of the 4 quarters, or it could only be 2. But it'll definitely be at least 2. I can confirm that with a PE that low, a 7 PE ratio shouldn't really bother them. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching. This was Feeding Information, and have a great day.